Hi guys, you're tuned in to another Rappler Live Jam. I'm Amanda and tonight's guest is someone we're sure to hear more of in the future, Fern. Hi.
What's up? What's up?
Hi Fern, and Fern is joined by Cairo Peralta on drums, Migzy Amores on bass, and Matthew Punzalan on guitar. Hi guys, welcome to
Hello.
Rappler.
Thanks for having us. Thank you so
How are
much.
you?
We're good. We're good.
Been stuck in traffic?
Yeah, like 2 hours of traffic.
Yeah, well,
Oh
if
my.
I'm sure like traffic's bad everywhere if people are tuned in and you're stuck in traffic. I hope these guys make it
Yeah.
more bearable for you. So, Fern, you just released your single debut single last year,
Yeah.
and you're coming up with a lot of new stuff. So it's like the beginning of your music career. But you discovered music when you were 12. Can you tell us about that?
12. Yeah, around that age, my dad bought me a guitar, an acoustic guitar from like Cebu, and he taught me like a few songs, and yeah, I just started there basically. And I kept learning more and more. I kept meeting new people, mentors. Then I got to where I am now. Yeah.
So the guitar was the first instrument that you
Yeah,
picked up.
yeah.
Yeah, and now you're, like I said, you're coming up with a lot of stuff, but you're also a high school senior. Why did you choose to get into it now when everything is happening all at once?
I guess because like you can't really like make it wait. The opportunity came to me when Claudia Barreto, is a good friend of mine now, when she asked me to make her song "You." So that opportunity came, and I can never pass up on an opportunity. I mean, everyone knows that. So yeah, I didn't want it to be this early, but the opportunity came this early, so I have to take it.
And
Basically.
how do you do it? How do you make
Um,
balance everything?
I cut school a lot, but like
Really?
sometimes no, but like, um, I just stay. Well, you have to sacrifice something, You can only have your career and your studies, and you really have to sacrifice some, your social life basically. So yeah, you always have to sacrifice something. Like I quit playing video games already. Like I haven't played video games in like a long time.
Mm,
So yeah,
I'm sure it's worth
yeah,
it.
it's just all about sacrifice and passion.
Yeah, and what was the moment when you were when you were making music and meeting all these people?
Mm.
What was the moment that made you realize that you wanted to turn this into a career?
I guess I've been dreaming of it like my whole life already, like music
Oh.
as a career. So yeah, it would never. There was really never a certain moment, but yeah, when the opportunity came, as I said, I just took it. So I guess that was the moment when Claudia approached me to produce her song. So yeah, that's where it all started. I was like, oh, it's possible, and I can grow from it, and I can make this grow with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And how did you meet Claudia, by the way?
Oh, I performed in her school, Everest.
Mm.
Yeah, in their prom actually. Then she just approached me. She was like, "Do you want to collaborate?" And I was like,
Cool.
"Yeah, of course I want to." Like, I mean,
Yeah.
who wouldn't?
Wow, that's awesome. So we'll head into your first song for tonight.
Yes.
This is a cover, and I'm sure everyone hears it every day. It's Dua Lipa's New Rules.
Mhm.
Why did you choose to cover this song, considering everyone hears it so much these days?
That's exactly why I covered this song. Like sometimes music gets too overplayed, and they get tired of hearing the same arrangement, same voice singing the song. I mean, I love Dua Lipa. I love her music. She did a great job on this, track. But what I wanted to do was change it up a bit. So it's like something that people hear every day, but it's like the same song but a different arrangement. So it's basically a new song,
All right.
except it's familiar to everyone, so it gets traction.
All right. Let's hear it. This is Fern with Dua Lipa's New Rules.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, but my love, she makes me feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, she makes me feel like nobody else, nobody else, no. Hey, one to pick up the phone, you know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk and alone. So don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. 3, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. Pushing forwards, but she keeps pushing me backwards. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. Now I'm standing back from it, I finally see the pattern. And I never learn, I never learn. But my love, she doesn't love me, so I tell myself, no, but my love, baby, she makes me feel like nobody else, nobody else, no. Hey, one to pick up the phone, you know he's only calling 'cause he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. 3, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. If you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I'm counting.
So if you guys are just tuning in, that was Fern with Dua Lipa's New Rules, like you've never heard it before. So I just noticed you guys have a lot of new instruments. Like this is a drum set that's not a drum set.
Yeah.
Like
Welcome to the future.
Yeah. Did you guys learn to play that from the start, or did you have to like, I don't know, read the manual over and over again?
Well, of course we read the manual. No, well, I think nowadays like you can really like learn anything you want. You can just like search the internet, go to YouTube. You can be a master of something in like a week.
Is it different? The
Well,
music that comes out of using these instruments.
I use the same samples that I use from the song. We patch it into those drum pads, into the keys, and those MIDI controllers as well. So basically, what you hear in the song, we can imitate here. So yeah, so it makes things way easier to control and all that. Yeah.
That's so technical. But I guess it's a new way of making music.
Yeah, and it's more, compact. You can put it in your car.
Yeah.
no need to bring the drums and all that.
Suitcase.
Yeah. Um, I'm just curious, how does your songwriting process go?
My songwriting process. I guess like it comes in different ways. One is like sometimes you're walking in a mall and all that, and you hear a tune in your head. You record it. I record it through my phone, which I do all the time. But sometimes it's like there's a cool concept in my head, and I input it in my software. So yeah, basically it comes in different ways, and you just have to kind of like adjust to the different ways that it can come to you.
So you just get random sounds?
Yeah,
like-
well, sometimes I get random sounds to make drums.
Yeah.
I sample like maybe like these sounds, all that stuff. But I think the main process is being able to know how to put your, the things that the sounds that go through your head into an arrangement. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you start with the arrangement and then the
Mm.
words come after.
the words come after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so hard to write words when you don't know the feel of a song. So yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that you were asked by Claudia Barreto to write her song You.
Yes, yeah.
You, is that right?
Yeah,
That's the
You.
title. What was that like? What was it like working with Claudia?
It was a new thing, and it was really weird for me to be writing for other people. It was like one of the first times that I wrote for someone else. It's like I wrote a song, but I'm not gonna sing it.
Yeah.
But I think Claudia was just perfect for the song, and it was nice. Like I heard the arrangement with her voice in it, and it seemed way better than what I could have done. So
Yeah.
it's just nice to see your songs and your arrangements being performed by other artists, because
Yeah.
not everyone is the same. There's no artist that's exactly the same as the other. So it's nice. Yeah.
And the next song you're going to play for us, this is a song you wrote.
Yes, it's called "Are You Mine."
Can you tell us about this song whilst you get your guitar?
Yes. Oh wait.
Go ahead. Yeah.
The song is, it was written by me and produced by me as well. So, sorry. So yeah, this song is one of the slow songs in my EP. It's actually one of the only I think I have two slow songs on there, and it's really I don't know if you guys can believe it, but I wrote this before my debut single. Yeah, but I didn't think it would appeal to the crowd and all that, so I
Yeah. You saved
delayed
it.
Yeah, I saved it, but I'm glad people are accepting it, and they're listening to it and telling me how much they love it. So it's a great feeling as an artist. I think everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite songs because it's very personal to me. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it. This is Fern with Are You Mine?
1, 2, 3.
Would've known that I would miss out. Hey. Only chance I have for you. Hey. Only time I had your trust on. I just had to let you down. No. Yeah, yeah. But I did it in time. 'Cause you know that you were just about to let go. Don't you worry, you're fine. 'Cause I'll go the distance, never go close to you. But you're damn if you tell me that you found a lover. Hey. But you're damn if you tell me that you found another. Tell me if you're down to talk. Trust me, I ain't no crook. Passed out, I won't let you fall. I love you till the morning. Like I'm so attached to you. pray she come back to me one day, just to lay here in my arms, feel my soul. I feel warmth when we're all alone. I'm ready to give everything just to have you back home. Now I'll love you till the morning, like I'm so attached to you. Like a drug, you got me hooked, got me thinking all about the past to you. Now tell me, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine? Oh, mine. Are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine? Oh. Like a drug, you got me hooked, got me thinking all about us two. Oh, us two. Tell me you mine.
Yeah, that was Fern. If you're just tuning in, that was Fern with his song "Are You Mine," which is gonna be part of your upcoming EP.
Yes, and to all those who just tuned in or who watched that set, Are You Mine is that version of Are You Mine was actually a stripped version. The
So-
original song sounds way different.
Where can they listen to the original?
They can listen to the original on Spotify and
Okay.
Apple Music and other music platforms.
So, as you mentioned, it's gonna be part of your upcoming EP. Let's talk about that. What's it called? It's self-titled. How many songs are gonna be in it, and what can people expect from it?
Well, the EP, it's a mixture of songs that sound like Into You and songs that are slower like Are You Mine. So it's basically like in the past like 5 months that I've been working on this EP, I just felt different things. So the music really varied. So it's like the same voice and the same kind of process, but it's all different stories and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So it's sort of like a collage.
Yeah, it's sort of a movie if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. And how many songs are gonna be in it?
I think we have 6 songs. Yeah.
So it's gonna be "Are You Mine," and you're also launching a new single. Am I
Yes.
right?
I have it here. Yeah, I'm launching a single. It's called "Wanna Dance with You." It's part of my 6-song EP, and yeah, you guys should really tune in for this one. I'm releasing it on March 16, and taking a break from all the sad love songs. We're going back to like the fast, like Into You type of songs. So, I think the people that liked Into You will really like this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
March 16. People can listen to it on Spotify. Where else?
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Spinner, Deezer, and Amazon. And it will be released under Universal Records.
Exciting. March 16. So it's gonna be
Very.
very different from the song that we just heard. All right. You mentioned earlier that you've started doing music and then you met so many people. You've worked with so many people. What's the best thing that you've learned so far on this journey?
I mean, I met these guys along the journey, so I've picked up some really great friends, some really great mentors as well. So I think I guess what everyone's been telling me is that you don't lose yourself in the whole in the glamour of it, like the whole fame that comes to it, the money that comes to it, the whole attention kind of thing. Don't lose yourself in that. Just continue being yourself. Like a lot of people always ask me like what my advice is for musicians, producers. It's never lose yourself in the midst of it all, because
Yeah.
like, yeah, you really lose your sound. Like a lot of artists along the way, they try to be, the more famous artists, because they think that if they copy them, they would be exactly where they are. But they're just like a substitute, or like they're not them. So yeah, so you have to be original, because no one else is, no one else has your music, no one else has your mind.
Yeah.
So the more original you are, you're the only one that people will go to for your kind of music. So
Yeah.
that's
That sounds like very good advice coming from someone so young.
thank you.
Speaking of your whole music journey, let's go back to, I guess, one of the breakthroughs, which is your first single, your debut single, Into You.
Yes.
Why did you decide to kick it off with this song?
Into You. It's I mean, it's really different from Are You Mine. To those who know me and are a fan of my music, they really know how different Are You Mine is from Into You. So, I think Into You, I released and started my career, with Into You, because it's something that the general, public would like. I think so. Like that's what I think personally. I think Into You was more appealing to everyone. I mean, my mom likes it, so like, yeah. So I think Into You was something that really appealed to people of all ages. I mean, girls, boys, but Are You Mine is kind of more of
Niche.
kind of low key, if I may
Yeah.
say. But I like both of them really well, like,
Yeah.
as much as each other, equally.
And what's the song about? Because I think I read somewhere that you said it's a metaphor, but you don't want your mom to know.
Nah, it's just a joke. But like, I'm just playing. Well, Into You, I guess it's. Well, I mean, when my music is, I don't really want to impose on a meaning to it to people. Like, I don't want to say like, oh, this song, I created it for it to be like this, for you to understand this kind of thing. No, I want it to be like the audience interpreting. No, the audience making their own meaning for the song. I mean, it could be like falling in love. It could be like, about growing up, all that stuff. So like, I want the audience to interpret the song in their own way.
Yeah.
I don't want to impose like a general like meaning to the song.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair. That's very
That's-
democratic.
democracy.
Yeah. So before we hear it, it's gonna be your last song for the night.
Yes.
This much hyped single of yours. Before we hear it, is there anything you'd want to tell people who are watching right now?
Thank you so much for supporting my music. Thank you so much for going with me, through this journey. And watch out for my single on March 16, and watch out for my EP on March 23rd. So yeah, keep supporting me, because I don't know if you want to, I guess.
And where can they find you online?
They can find me at Ferntan_ on Instagram and on Twitter, and Fern official on Facebook. Yeah,
Awesome. All right.
very cool.
Well, thank you guys for being here tonight and giving us your music. And thank you to everyone who's tuned in. This is Fern with his last song for the night, Into You. Difficulties. So guys, ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, take two. This is Fern with Into You.
Girl, I wanna give you my heart, oh, in exchange for your soul. Hey. I'm falling for you, darling. I'm falling for your eyes. I know, baby. Infatuated, baby.
life, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you've become my lifeline. Without you, I might lose control. I feel my heart fading. Only you can save me. Can't control the way that I feel for your body. Constant kind of loving. Need the kind of loving. Show me what to feel, 'cause I'm home and I'm lonely. But you're not good for me, and you're the only one they see. I'm so empty, so empty. And girl, you'll always be the only one I'll ever need. But do you need me to? Yeah, do you need me to? Yeah, yeah. I need your kind of loving, and I need you now to save me, and I need your kind of loving, and I need you now to save me, back. Somehow you give me this kind of feeling, set my soul ablaze and heartbeats quickly racing. Oh, I need you to be safe from the darkness. I'm a slave for you, babe. And I feel my heart fading. Only you can save me. Can't control the way that I feel for your body. Constant kind of loving. Need your kind of numbing. Show me what to feel, 'cause I'm home and I'm lonely. But you're not good for me, and you're the only one I see. I'm so empty, I'm so empty. Girl, you'll always be the only one I'll ever need. But do you need me to? Yeah, do you need me to? Yeah, yeah. I need your kind of loving, I need you now to save me, babe. And I need your kind of loving, and I need you now to save me, babe. You now to save me, babe. And I need your kind of loving, babe. I need you now to save me. So save me, babe. Thank you.